Most of the world was in lockdown and most countries continue to battle the challenges of COVID-19 pandemic. This didn't stop us as young people from 3 different countries, north, south, east, and west of the globe, coming together to look at other pandemics that affect our people every day. One of those being gender-based violence. How can we address this issue? We decided to investigate this crime scene and trace possible causes that have brought us to this point. Could there possibly be roots in our traditions, our cultures, that dictate how we value each other? How men value women, men, children, elders, etc.? This is our journey. To start a dialogue to learn from each other and hopefully get an understanding of why we do the things we do and respond the way we respond. Voices from UK, India, and South Africa. Let's have a look.
Yes, we are on TV. Thank you for tuning into this channel.
Sanibonani, I am Noluthando Shandu.
Alrighty, hello. My name is Rochelle.
My name is Nicole.
My name is Domfikile Kena. Hi everyone, my name is Angela Delfova. I'm also from Durban.
My name is JC Jack, also from Cape Town.
Hey, I'm Natalie. I'm based in Bolton and I'm working with Touchstones Rochdale with Helen and with Lisa. I've worked with young people in youth theatre for the last 20 years, most recently as producer and manager of youth theatre at the Lowry, which is a big museum, art centre and theatre in Salford in England. I'm also a doctoral researcher at the University of Salford and I'm doing my PhD in youth engagement through theatre. So this is an amazing group to work with for that.
I'm Helen. I'm here from rainy Manchester today. Well, not rainy, it's very cold though.
My name is Jyoti Rawat. I am from India and now these days I'm doing my bachelor.
Hi, good evening. My name is Aditya Gupta and I'm from India. In India, I'm from Malihabad, the city of mangoes.
Hello, my name is Diksha Singh and I am from India. Hello everyone, myself Anisha and I am from India and I am doing BBA from Study Hall College.
Hi everyone, I am Arunama. I am from Study Hall Educational Foundation.
Hello everyone, my name is Shobha Singh and I'm a college student. I'm from India.
Hello everyone, my name is Reena Sharma and I am from India.
Hello everyone, my name is Ankush Gupta.
Hello everyone, myself Suman.
So I'm Mary. Was a facilitator when Arrow started in South Africa.
Hi everyone, I am Ayanda Ngobo. I'm from Durban, South Africa.
I'm married and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law was saying that I shouldn't call my husband by his name in front of my son because he's my husband now. So there's a certain level of respect that I should sort of address him by, but also it's because if I call my husband by his name, then my son will call my husband by his name and that will in turn mean or be interpreted that my son doesn't respect.
So also not allowed to say the name then, Yoti? Is it because you're not allowed to say the name, so you have to write it?
Yes, actually they'll show that tattoo that this is my husband's name and please note down in your document whatever they are just wishing to prepare that document.
He's asking, can the children say the father's name but the wife can't?
Yes, absolutely. With the proud. They used to say my grandfather's name is this, my father's name is this. In front of everybody. They can shout their name because I am the daughter of that person. Like they can use their names proudly. They can speak very well.
Can never call her mother by her name, but I can say Umagatando. So I have to add
so I can specify whose mother I'm referring to. So Umagatando, or either I just say mom, like as if it's my own mom. So it's that thing of it takes a village to raise a child. So I am most welcome to call Tando's mother my own mother.
At first it was so weird for me to call them by name, because my big sister, who is the same age as them, I don't call her by her name. So it's it was very weird, because I have to call her sister or sissy.
A garden boy, and a domestic helper, you'd call them a tea girl, or you'd call them my girl is coming over. And that was actually, as Mary was touching on now, it's a derogatory term, but it's also a way of, I mean, we know the legacy, the racial legacy of South Africa. So it was, and those jobs a lot of the time were left for black people to do. So it's basically putting people in their place and saying, oh no, as a black person, regardless of how old you are or who you are still a girl or a boy. You are still less than a white person.
This is so far from my culture.
On Monday, we have another festival called Bhaiya Dooj. That's a festival for the sisters and the brothers. So they promise to protect each other and, just to strengthen the bond. So that's happening here.
And the man will wear one wedding ring, and that kind of symbolizes their bond together.
And usually in our communities, we come from patriarchal communities. So for a woman to have that position, it is something that is quite a big deal.
Natalie, when I had told them about the fact that sometimes the people in the UK, they get engaged for about a year or two, so the kids were in shock. They couldn't really understand it, because here you have to quickly get married. If you're engaged, then you can't stay engaged for long. So they were really curious that, so they stay engaged for 2-3 years. Batao guys, tell her about arranged marriages. What are they? Boys, come on, speak up. Tell her.
Let me speak, Adi.
Aditya is saying he doesn't have any experience, but if he does, he will share his experience. Yes, Deeksha, you share.
हमारे रिलीजन का होना चाहिए, और सेकेंडली क्या होता है, हम लोग यहाँ कुंडलियाँ मिलाई जाती हैं.
So Jyoti has shared that so people in India, especially of the Hindu religion, they have a kundali. A kundali is a rather astrological birth certificate that you get made during when you're born. So it's not based on anything, it's based on your astrological sign. So they sort of give like a prediction that, these are your zodiac signs, these are the stars around it. So it's an astronomical certificate that you get made. And before the weddings, so if I have to get married to, say, if I have to get married to Nolatando, so Nolatando will get her astronomical certificate and I will get my astronomical certificate. And then the priest will decide whether, according to our astronomical certificates, we are compatible. And if we are not, then we can't get married.
So women in KwaZulu-Natal, different clans, they also started wearing, covering their head with things that are made from fabric. And also berets, which were initially not part of their culture, but it became adopted in such a way that if you are a woman and you don't have at least a beret, then you would be disrespectful. If you're a married woman and you don't wear a beret.
Are they really heavy? Because they're beaded.
Not really, because it's made out of wool or cotton.
This kind of hats or not?
They have a headgear.
Okay.
Yes, it goes around. But they don't wear it every day. Like, luckily for them, it's not like the women.
So when the missionaries came, mostly in the 1800s, so there was a growing number of missionaries in the 1800s in KwaZulu-Natal. And what is known today, the more covered you are, the more civilized you are. So
It was a thing of women being all covered up to show that they are civilized, they are respectful, and they are aligned with godly ways. So it became influential in such a way that even in the Zulu cultures, there were different types of clothing. So there were items of clothing that would be added to show that you are a woman. But when missionaries came, the emphasis was on the length.
So we had a lot of discussion about clothing, and we have to conclude with the men clothing. So I think we can start with that. What do you say, Felipe?
In diversity is India's strength. There is simplicity in every Indian. There is unity in every corner. Clothing style in India varies from region to region, state to state. Indians wear their traditional dresses on some special occasions like traditional functions or wedding. So let's start with Hindu religion. Hindu wear dhoti kurta. It is a traditional clothing. It's a beautiful attire, and now these days traditional clothes are usually seen at wedding ceremony or on some special occasions. Few activities are done by Indian boys that they used to apply tika on their forehead. It is a symbol of that they used to believe in God. Boys in India touch their elders' feet in respect of their experience and knowledge. Muslim is second largest community after Hindus. Muslim boys wear salwar kameez on some special occasions like Eid or in wedding ceremony. In normal days, they used to wear ijar, also known as lungi. Mostly middle-aged men used to wear lungi. Our new youth love to wear trousers, t-shirts, shirts, etc.
Girls, why don't you tell them, do women wear dhoti? What kind of dhoti do women wear? Are women allowed to wear dhoti? Tell them about all of that. Anisha, Diksha?
I said that the Maharashtrian women wear sari and dhoti style, but sometimes also many of women like to wear dhoti, like they feel comfortable in that one, so they wear also.
Yeah.
Generally, ma'am, I saw that those women who are working in some places, they used to wear dhoti because it's a very comfortable cloth to wear, and it's like you are free to move everywhere. And while doing cycling, they used to make their sari in a dhoti style, so they can go easily, and they can climb on trees if they are working somewhere, and if they are doing another hard-working thing, so they used to wear it.
In our indigenous culture, which quite a few of the South Roots people actually originate from it, red ochre was also used on the young girls during initiation. So a lot of cultures, even like if you think in the Western culture, the red rouge on the cheeks. So in a lot of cultures, red is linked to, and red on the face is linked to fertility and also to be attractive.
There's clothing monitoring in our lives and how we should be dressing as feminine people, how feminine people should dress, how masculine people should dress, how feminine bodies and clothing can be more sexualizing. And it made me question if, even with all these rules, do they keep people safe from gender violence? This is from 2019, however, it's still going on in 2020, and I'm just going to play this little powerful clip for you. So in this video, again, they were fighting for the prejudice set against them and the attacks they've experienced, and for women who have experienced it too. Some of the things that I kind of pulled out, which were really significant for me, was the blame is at me, where I was or how I was dressed, the rapist is you. And here are some questions maybe we could really think about when we're talking is, how can we reclaim our bodies and clothing? How can we visually show this? How can we create a statement from our clothing? And what's the difference between sexual liberation and sexual exploitation within our own wardrobe?
Because in the Indian context, this is what we can say, that a lot of parents do pressurize the girls to wear certain kind of clothing and the boys to wear certain kind of clothing. So what she means to say is that instead of our parents getting the clothes for us, our parents deciding, because a lot of Indian parents do that. Even though we're adults and we're off to get married or whatever, somebody or the other decides our clothing for us.
The freedom of choice really impacts how we view ourselves, and it really does form our identity, and obviously it will shape how you dress clearly, and how you feel powerful in the clothing you choose.
When I'm back at home, I would look at my roots, like where I'm gonna go and what I'm gonna do, and dress so that I'm gonna be able to feel comfortable. Because like in the taxi ranks, the taxi drivers, if you're wearing jeans and stuff, they're gonna go crazy and start hooting. So like I'd make sure that if I'm going there, I'd wear like baggy stuff so that no one is gonna come after me or anything. So it's also very hard, like with our society right now. We have to like look at what's happening, where we're gonna go. Like I know if I'm gonna take a car from home straight where I'm going, I'm chilled, I can dress however I wanna dress. So that also like affects the way. So I'm struggling finding a way to answer this question, because society is very different.
It's slowly educating the next generation, the next future of, look, that kind of behavior, what those men, those predators are doing is wrong, and you shouldn't value a person on what they're wearing and what they're presenting as. But again, it's a slow, long process, but we're making change here. We're having these conversations and allowing ourselves to think about how could we change.
Having that little exercise in your head about, right, I want to wear my jeans, but I need to know where I need to feel that safety, and that balancing exercise of place and of where am I going to be. And I think that's I think the biggest. I think that you really hit on a real core of the problem there, with that sense of safety and that sense of wanting to express and wanting to be who you are, and that be, and part of that be your clothing and what you wear and what makes you happy when you put it on. And I think it is such a shame that we have to have that exercise, that you can't just put on what you want to wear and feel confident and comfortable, because you need to protect yourself, and you need to feel that you're not going to be harassed or have the horns honking.
We can see how we have different signposts in our cultures of arts and traditions that lead us to many answers. We have only scratched the surface, perhaps only even inspired a thought process in this direction. But this journey continues.